Okay, today we're going to talk about two more dangers to offense. Danger number 3 and danger number 4. So danger number 3, it keeps people from their calling. That call that God has on your life, it keeps you from that. So when you hold offense in your heart, you are blocking the flow of heaven to your spirit. Because holding that offense equals unforgiveness. Because you're not forgiving people that offense that they did to you. And remember, that means it could even just be an annoyance or a resentment. Okay, like someone else got a raise and you didn't, so you resent that and it became an offense. That's blocking the heavenly download from God to your spirit. We don't want that. All right, so Matthew 6:14 says that when you forgive people their offenses, God forgives you. The opposite's also true. You can't forgive people their offenses. You're blocking the door to the forgiveness that you need. Trust me, we all need that forgiveness. So, number 3, it keeps people from their calling. Number 4, it opens the door to disaster. Okay, we already talked a little bit about that disaster and how it separates people, but it opens the door to disaster in the very real way, like Moses and Miriam. Okay, they were brother and sister. And what happened? Miriam got offended with Moses. He married an Ethiopian woman. She was not happy about it. Then she started feeling like, what? Does God only speak to Moses? And she didn't keep it to herself. What happened when her feelings got hurt? She took offense. What did she do? She stirred up strife. Then she had to go tell Aaron, Aaron, is it just Moses or is God? God spoke to you before. God spoke to me before. Who does Moses think he is? So what happened? She made it bigger. So when you get offended, don't pass it on. Bury it. Remember, we don't even want to pick it up, but we surely don't want to create it and make more of it and mass reproduce it and hand it out to everybody. That's what Miriam was doing. What happens? We all know she got leprosy. And of course, the very person who she was speaking against, he is the person, Moses, who cried out on her behalf, and God healed her because he's such a redemptive, merciful God. So look at Moses. He could have been totally offended himself. His own sister turned his brother against him and started talking bad about him. But instead, he did not pick up that offense, right? He ignored that offense. He immediately just focused on God. He cried out to the Lord. So as we're going the second mile, we don't want to let offense keep us from our calling. And we don't want to let offense open the door to disaster. And even if someone close to us chooses to walk in offense or holds an offense towards us, we can still choose to intercede like Moses did for their forgiveness and for them to be restored to God. So let's make that choice this week. Let's be like Moses and not like Miriam and let it go.